TaskCall offers a very powerful tool called conditional routing that allows you to go deeper into the body of an alert and read it and dictate how that alert should be handled based on the content of the alert. In order to do that, go to Configurations and then Conditional Routing, and then click the New Rule button on the top right corner. Give the rule a name. We're going to call our server issue rule and give it a description. Now, on the right-hand side, you can pull the body of an incident from the past by just typing in the number of the incident, so the incident ID, and then click load. It's going to show the entire body of the incident. This is a JSON, and that's what TaskCall receives from your integrations or from your API calls that you make. And you can go through it all to see what was passed from your integration provider or the API call, as I mentioned. So what we're going to do today is we're going to create a rule for the ops system monitor service. So make sure the service equals ops system monitor. And we're going to look for a certain, the existence and equality of a certain value. We want to look for the priority key and its value to be normal. So the priority key is under the key source payload. It's in the second level. So the way you represent that is by selecting the payload field and saying source payload dot is needed to signify that it's in the second level. It's under the source payload field. So source payload dot priority. I think I spelled that wrong. Source payload dot priority equals normal, right? And we want both of these conditions to apply. And so we will say the number of conditions that must apply is 2. If you wanted the OR logic to apply, then you would enter 1 over here. And we want it to apply at all times. So we're not going to touch the next part. Now, the third part we're going to touch, which is how the alert should be handled if these two conditions that we have described here are met. So we first want it to be rerouted to a different person as opposed to the de facto on-call person. So we're going to choose Jesse for this. So whoever is on call is going to get overridden and it's going to get sent to Jesse. So we're going to create an incident and assign to Jesse. And we also are going to extract a certain field from the payload and put that into the incident title. We want to put this field, which is the title field, which is again under source payload as the incident title. So we're going to say source payload dot title field must be extracted into the incident title. So once we're done, we're going to go ahead and save it. That's it. Now, just to show how it works, we're going to create an incident. But before we do, I'm going to go ahead and show you who is on call for the service ops system monitor. So currently, it's Adam Hoffman Smith. And if everything goes correctly, then it should be an incident created on the ops system monitor where the conditions are met should be assigned to Jesse. Now, we have an integration with Datadog set up, and we're just going to manually declare an alert through that integration. Great. So if everything goes correctly, an incident would be created and assigned to Jesse. And yes, that has happened. So the conditional routing is working correctly. And as you can see, this is how we can do content-based delegation using conditional routing in TaskCall. One thing we want to point out is if you have multiple conditional routing set up on the same service, then only the first one will be picked up randomly. And so you only want to have one conditional routing per service. It's highly advisable to do that. Otherwise, you may not get the desired outcome. So that's all for now. Thank you.